Hey yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Jeff, Mr. I Can Be Your Huckleberry. So I'm coming back. This is my second video. My first one kind of got a little shy, so it took me a long time to get the next one up. But definitely wanted to do another video. My first one, I think I got a whopping probably 6 or 7 views, which is okay because no, it's still slow, and I think the more that I post, the more that people will view the other videos as well. But needless to say, so this is going to be a quick video, nothing too long. I'm gonna give you a little bit more insight about myself, and then also kind of get some advice. So I have been here in Atlanta for 11 years, and I have been single for just as long. I've dated some people here and there, but nothing can stick for me. I am a Gemini, so I don't know if that explains anything about it, but I find it quite difficult. And I'm not going to say it's difficult to date here in Atlanta. I'm going to say just difficult for me, period. And I think that the older that I get, it's going to get that much more difficult. In June, I'll be 35. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, is this thing really ever going to happen for me? I guess as I'm starting to get to know people, and I guess as I learn myself, is there certain things that I do like and what I don't like, and I find myself having a lot more in people that I don't like than I actually do. And I'm like, well, maybe it's a me thing, because there's no way, out of all the people here in the great city and metro of Atlanta, that there's nobody that there is a mutual and not necessarily even an attraction, but a desire to date and to get to know each other on a level far beyond the physical. So I'll give you an example. So I met somebody, and very attractive, all those things, but when I got on the phone, it was just like the most uncomfortable conversation ever. Have you ever been like in a situation where like you're on the phone with someone and they're overly combative? So like you can say, oh, the color is red, and they say, no, it's actually tomato. Or oh, the sky is blue. Well, no, actually it's like a pewter green. Or they do that kind of thing all the time. And a lot of times they're wrong. And they're like loud and strong in their wrong, like crazy. And when I say, I found it to be the most uncomfortable and just not appealing conversation ever. It's just the craziest thing. I kind of meet someone, and I feel like when I meet someone, there's always something off where I'm just not like, I'm not head over heels, or I'm not like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like breaking my neck to see them, or I'm not breaking my neck to call them, or breaking my neck to call them back, for that matter. That kind of thing. And most people that know me, I'm a really kind of like, not even necessarily a shy guy, but I am a little bit more reserved. I don't talk a whole lot. By no, I'm not an arrogant guy or anything of that nature, but I don't know. I've been working on this vibe thing and working off this vibe thing for some years now, and I just feel like that I cannot get that person who like has the vibe. So let me tell you a little bit about the last time I had a person that I was just definitely attracted to, and I definitely wanted and could see things going further. And I'll tell you what happened and where it went left, and you can kind of tell me if maybe I did something wrong in this situation. So me and this person, we met, we were kicking it, definitely on a physical level, but it was consistent. I'm at their house when I get off work. When I'm off work, I'm there all day, kicking it. We watching TV with the dog. We going out to dinners. Like, we're just doing all the stuff that you would normally do if you were talking to somebody. And so that time frame turned in from like to almost, would be like 4, maybe almost 6 months, where we were just in that, not necessarily even a routine, but we were just in that mode where that was what we were doing. So at that point, I think that it makes sense to ask the question, hey, what exactly are we doing? because I wouldn't dare want to think in my head, hey, this is just a physical thing, and then I turn around and I pursue something with someone else, or to be upfront and honest, I get physical with somebody else. And maybe this thing was going in a direction. So it makes sense to ask questions, right? So that's what I did. I asked a question, and I am a big texter. Um, I any day I text rather than getting on the phone, and I think it's mainly because to my job I just deal with people all day long. So sometimes I'm okay with just having a little quick conversation or having conversation while I watch TV or while I look at YouTube videos or whatever. Just have that conversation going on my downtime, just to kind of unwind from the day. And so I sent the message, and I didn't get a response back, which was kind of weird because normally when I text, I get a response back pretty quickly. But it just was weird, and it came back really, really slow. And so I sent the message. I was like, what's going on? Like, why are you not responding? So the response comes back, and it says, I think this is an inappropriate conversation to have via text message. So in my head, I'm thinking like, well, I didn't ask what color your mama's panties are or nothing like that. I just, I'm asking about us and what it is that we're doing. And so the question never was answered. And so for me, the Gemini inside of me immediately went to the other side, and I'm like, I got a smooth attitude, like I'm irritated. So I think I went out and everything, and days went by, and never got a response. So when I finally do get a response, it's like, I don't understand where the question was going. I said, well, the question was just simple, like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we need to be in a relationship tomorrow or anything of that nature. I just wanted to know where it was going so that I would know how to govern myself in this situation, whether it's, hey, back up because your feelings are getting attached, or hey, you need to cut off anything else that could be coming along, anybody else that be coming at you, that kind of thing. So it just kept going down and down and just worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where words were exchanged. Nothing like, I don't believe in like cussing people out and calling people out their name and that kind of thing, but it just got a little ugly. And so it was like, well, you know what, let's just not talk no more, which was fine by me, because I just thought it was weird that it went this way. But for me, I think my feelings were a little pricked because I think that I had started to develop feelings for this person. This is the person I started to think about when I was waking up. This is the last person I wanted to talk to before I went to bed. During the course of the day, I wanted to know how their day was going, all those kind of things. And it just kind of went left. And then because we started off on a physical tip, months went by and the person hits me back and they're like, hey, the code word for when we knew that it was about to get down, was, ooh, I need a massage. So I knew when I saw that month down the line what, ooh, I need a massage meant. And I'm looking like, nah, we not doing the massage because like, basically you just told me to kick rocks like months ago. And now that you think, I guess like the waters have calmed a little bit, like we can just pick up where we left off. Well, no, at that point, like I knew at that point when I couldn't jump back into a physical situation where my feelings had gotten attached. And I tried, and when I tell you that this person still did not even want to go back and like put that conversation to bed and say, hey, let's try this thing this way and that kind of thing. So that really kind of, not necessarily scarred me, but it's kind of just like put me in a situation like, well, I mean, I got to go into a situation knowing what's going on. I was having this conversation with my best friend today, and I was saying, I just think at this age, when you meet people, you need to see the potential. We need to see like, okay, what are you looking for? And if you're looking for something more long term, then yeah, if that's what you're looking for, then let's talk on that level for the fact of, okay, long term, where do we see? And if anytime before we get to that point of a relationship, that one of us is like, no, I think that, I think we'd be, I like you or whatever, but I think we just would be better as friends. I think that I can work with that. But I think for me, I just can't find that one that wants to, or not even that wants to. I can't find that one that just kind of makes me weak. I can't find that one to be like, yeah, this is the one, or this is who I'm trying to see where this thing is going, or this is the one that, I just feel like that every person I'm coming around or coming across is somebody that after time, or maybe I'm digging too much into it, that they just are, it's something about them. Um, you know, and I don't know if it's, and I definitely, I don't necessarily think it's all the other people. I definitely think there's some things inside of me that I'm definitely needing to work through before I get to that point where I can commit myself to anyone. But at the same time, like some of the things I experience, I'd be thinking they're like crazy. And I'm like, well, maybe, maybe it's just me. Because sometimes when you're on your own head, it makes sense to you. And if you can't, and sometimes you're in your head so loud that you can't hear or or sometimes even see what's in front of you of what maybe you're not doing correct, or something that maybe you're doing to kind of diminish the situation. Um, but I definitely invite some feedback, comment. Let me know what's going on, because at 35, I think I want to have it figured out so that I can kind of start working on those things and that kind of thing. Because ideally, I'm looking for a life partner. I don't know about marriage, don't even know about children, but I do know that I want a life partner. I want someone that I can share my life with, and I share their life. Um, I don't even know if I'm at the point where I want anybody to move in with me, or me move in with somebody else, even. But I like the idea of having a partner that I go to their home. If we want to stay there the week, hey, nope, you come to crash in my place, or, whatever that kind of thing is. I don't know. I just want something, that is just ours and just makes sense for both of us. But I think that maybe I'm being a little difficult somewhere along the way. And I can't see it. Um, my best friend, he always makes the reference. If I come to him, I'm like, "Hey, what is wrong with me?" He'll be like, "You crazy as hell. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with you." And I think we all have a little bit of crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy to that extent as to why I may be running people away. And maybe I am. And if that is the case, please comment and tell me that below and say, "No, you crazy as hell. I agree with your best friend." But definitely, I'm looking for some feedback from some people that have had some success with relationships, or success, whether you're in a marriage or you're in a partnership or that kind of thing that works and that has been going on at a long-term basis, or going on for a long-term basis, and what works, and maybe those kind of things that maybe I can adapt and just see where those things go. But yeah, that's my little rant, my little petition for feedback. To see what it is that I could be doing a lot better. And then also I welcome you all feedback just on how my videos are going, or how they flow, or am I looking off too much, or that kind of thing. Again, I'm still new to this. And I'm not one of those people that stare at myself in the mirror. So sometimes I find it kind of uncomfortable for me to be looking myself straight in the eye. So you'll see me look away, you'll see me blink or look up or something like that, because even looking at myself sometimes that gets a little uncomfortable, because this isn't something new for me. But definitely I invite comments, below. Definitely hit like, if I'm looking for my first subscriber. I know, right? It sounds sad, right? But my first subscriber, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see some more videos. I'm going to try to do a little better with posting more. I definitely will be posting more, because I'm sure I'll have like a crazy customer or something I'm dealing with this week, or that kind of thing. And just some other things I want to talk about as well. I'm going to kind of give a little foresight into my next video, and it's going to talk a little bit more about me and my lifestyle and those kind of things, and the story. And just let me just give the precursor now, and then when we go into the video, it won't be such a surprise. I am a member of the LGBT community. I don't wear it like on my chest or anything like that, but so when you hear me speak of, I very will refer to the pronoun of he. I always say this person or that kind of thing, but that's just me. That's not anything like a self-hate or anything of that nature. It's just that's just how I identify. This is how I do things. But I definitely want to share a little bit of myself, maybe a coming out story. How me and my family have come to terms with sexuality, and how we love each other past it. Because I will say I'm very, very blessed to have had a family who has loved and supported me in spite of. I've heard so many horror stories about young LGBT who have been, thrown away from, kicked out of their homes, cast away from their families, and those kind of things. And it's so sad because I think every day, and I'm thankful every day that I could have been in that situation. I come from a very religious background. My mom was saved down to her pinky toe. She was so saved. So, and I'm thankful for that. My oldest sister, same thing. She's saved down to the vibrato that comes out when she sings. Like she's that way. And then I have a middle sister, and who is just, we used to fight like cats and dogs when we was kids. And when I came out, it was just almost like, and it didn't really even matter. So, again, I'm thankful for that, not, going into anything else in the video, but just so you'll kind of know and you can kind of put it together that when I say this person, I'm referring to a guy, and that kind of thing. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing some feedback, maybe from someone who is LGBT as well and have had successful relationships as well. Even I invite heterosexual heterosexuals as well to, give their feedback as well. As far as like, just things I could do for whether it's level of communication, how I communicate, and those kind of things. And then again, overall, I just want your comments on the video. So as I'm getting more and more comfortable with this thing, it'll be easier and easier for me to do. So I'm getting through. I got 17 minutes in here and it's going to be uncut. Like literally, I'm going to stop this video and post it straight out. As I get better, I'm going to be able to, put some clips in there and fade to and put flags in and all that good stuff. But I haven't got to that point yet. But I just want to just give some raw, uncut footage of just me as I stumble over words and all those kind of things and make faces. And, maybe probably should have brushed my little mustache out before I got on here too. But needless to say, I did get to the barber and cut some of the wolf hair off and that kind of thing. But as I keep rambling, I'm gonna get off here. But again, I welcome all feedback, and I greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you for your time. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you want to see more videos. All right then.